Hello, readers. Today I'd like to share Hey Little Ant with you. You heard this book yesterday with Ani and practice your visualizing or put a picture in your mind. Today I'd like to read it to you, and then we're going to talk about the two main characters. We're going to do some comparing. So let's get started with Hey Little Ant. Here's our opening page. We've got our two main characters, Little Ant and the kid, both relaxing outside. All right. Hey Little Ant, written by Philip and Hannah Hoos, illustrated by Debbie Tilley. Kid, hey little ant, down in the crack. Can you hear me? Can you talk back? See my shoe? Can you see that? Well, now it's gonna squish you flat. I wonder what the ant will have to say about that. Ant, please, oh please, do not squish me. Change your mind and let me be. I'm on my way with a crumb of pie. Please, oh please, don't make me die. Kid, anyone knows that ants can't feel. You're so tiny, you don't look real. I'm so big, and you're so small. I don't think it'll hurt at all. Ant, but you're a giant, and giants can't know how it feels to be an ant. Come down close, I think you'll see that you are very much like me. Kid, are you crazy? Me like you? I have a home and a family too. You're just a speck that runs around. No one would care if my foot came down. Ant, oh, my big friend, you are so wrong. My nestmates need me because I am strong. I dig our nest and feed baby ants too. I must not die beneath your shoe. Do you see how the ants are using a bottle cap as a table? Because they're so tiny. I love it. Kid, but my mom says that ants are rude. They carry off our picnic food. They steal our chips and breadcrumbs too. It's good if I squish a crook like you. Ant, hey, I'm not a crook, kid. Read my lips. Sometimes ants need crumbs and chips. One little chip can feed my town. So please don't make your shoe come down. Kid, but all my friends squish ants each day. Squishing ants is a game we play. They're looking at me. They're listening too. They all say, I should squish you. You see this character right here? He's got his hand by his mouth, like he's saying, squish him, right? Here we have the different perspective, right? Kind of the opposite of when the boy was big. Now here we have the ant. Let's see what he has to say. Ant, I can see you're big and strong. Decide for yourself what's right and wrong. If you were me and I were you, what would you want me to do? Should the ant get squished? Should the ant go free? It's up to the kid, not up to me. We'll leave the kid with the raised up shoe. What do you think that kid should do? All right, we've come to the end of our book. So now we're going to do some work comparing our two main characters. Who are the main characters in our book today? The kid and the ant, exactly. All right, so let's remind ourselves what it means to compare, okay? Readers compare when they look at how things are the same or how they're different. I should say, and how they're different. We did this a few weeks ago when we were comparing different versions of the Three Billy Goats. We looked at how Three Billy Goats Fluff was the same and different from the traditional folktale Three Billy Goats Gruff. Today, we're going to do something similar, but like I said, we're going to be comparing the characters in our book. So you remember that our main characters are the kid and the ant. So on the left side, we'll put how the kid is different. And on the right side, we'll put how the ant is different. And then here in this middle greenish colored space, we'll put how the kid and the ant are actually the same in some ways. So let's think. It's probably easier for us to think about how they're a little bit different first. So what's different from a kid and an ant? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get ourselves a text box here while you do some thinking. Well, first of all, a kid, we saw in the book, the kid was way bigger than that tiny little speck of an ant. So let's write that. The kid was big. Kid is also a human, right? Not an insect. You think of any other things that make the kid different from the ant? Okay, I think the kid was wearing clothes, right? Humans need to wear clothes. I didn't see any clothing on the ant. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and add another box because as I was thinking about the kid, I was saying a few things about the ant. So if we see that the kid is big, then what can we say about the ant that makes him different? Yeah, he's small. Okay. Now the kid is a human, while the ant is a, almost told you there, insect. And the kid's wearing clothes, but the ant doesn't need clothes. Okay. Any other ways that they're different? All right, well, let's think about how the kid and the ant are actually the same. Because remember, when we compare, we look at how things are different, but we also take a look at how they're the same. So let's click our box in here. Now, if I look back at the text, this is why it's really helpful to have the book when we can. When we were looking at this picture and throughout the story, I noticed that the boy is wearing round glasses and so is the ant. And even here in the pictures, you can see that we have the ant and the boy wearing glasses. So they have glasses. It's the same about both of them. There was another part in this story where the ant said that they were the same and the boy was like, you and me, we're not the same. The boy said that he had a home and a family. Did the ant have a home and a family? Yeah, he had a family of nest mates, but it's still a family. So not only do they have glasses, but they both have homes and families. All right, move that up a little bit. All right. Well, if they both have homes, which means that they need shelter, oh, at their homes, they were both eating. So they both need food, right? Okay. Well, we're going to have to tie in some science here. If the kid and the ant both need shelter and food, they probably need some water as well. What does that make them? Living or non-living? They're both living things, right? Yeah. Whoops. Insects and humans are both living things. You know what? I'm going to make this a different color just so it pops out a little bit. It's a little bit different. Let's make it green. All right, so if we compare the kid and the ant, we can see that the kid is big while the ant is small. The kid is a human and the ant is an insect. The kid has to wear clothes and the ant doesn't need clothes. They're both the same in that they have glasses, homes, families, they need food, and they're both living things. Great job, everybody. Let's see what your seesaw activity will look like today. You're going to find activity 7.2, HLA, for Hey Little Ant, and you're going to be doing some comparing. Click Add Response, find your name and icon. You'll see a Venn diagram that should look very familiar to you with our characters on either side and then the word both right here in the middle. What I'd like for you to do is you can draw your own Venn diagram on paper and write how the ant and the kid are the same and write about how they're a bit different. Or you can use the text tool, kind of like I just showed you, and type in how each character is the same or different. What I'd like for you to do when you're finished is either take a picture if you do this on your own paper or click the green check to submit if you've typed in the box.